Hey, what's up you guys? This is Junior Trader, and in this video let's take a look at Nvidia stock price action. We'll take a look at what are the levels to watch, the downfall, the collapse that we were seeing on Nvidia. Are we fully out of it? Are we fully out of the danger zone? And most importantly, what levels can keep this strength in Nvidia, and how if eventually it can continue to all-time highs. So a lot to talk about in this video. It won't be a very long video though. It will be very concise. So let's jump right into it. Once I also let you know, none of this is any financial advice and is only for education purposes. All right, so what we have been seeing from last couple of days is after DeepSeek AI stuff happened, we had a huge sell-off on Nvidia. Now, what it eventually led the price action or Nvidia structure to do is lose $132. As we lost $132, we broke the structure over here. And we broke from ongoing almost an uptrend into a potential formation of head and shoulder. So we are right at around the area where technically we are not out of the woods yet to defy the potential formation of head and shoulder. We can still very well form head and shoulder. However, as we'll go through this video, I'll show you the areas until where Nvidia still has a lot of room to stay in the near term, in the strengthful zone. But before that, let's see the structure, at least for now. On the weekly interval, we are still red down here. We are not bullish on the weekly interval. So the full-on confirmation, the extra long-term strength is confirmed. Confirmation is not there yet. However, on the daily interval, let's turn on my tools again. We are bullish from last 2 days on the passive mode. On the active mode, we are bullish from, well, if you have access to my tools, you can plug and play. Links to my tools are in the description of this video. But on active and passive mode, to put it simply, we are just bullish, all right? At least in the near term on the daily interval that we have been getting. But as I said, $132 is still, if we want to turn from daily interval over to the long-term strength of the weekly interval, bullish as well, we'll have to start to breaking out above $132. Right now, that's not the case. But let's talk about the areas of importance. So we'll start off with the lower time frame, and lower time frame strength will eventually overlap and roll over onto the daily interval, and which will roll over to the weekly interval as well eventually. All right. Now, here we are. I gave you this very level even the last day on Friday, 127 and 64 cents, from 126 and 84 cents around to 127 and 64 cents. Intraday, that's still the level. As long as we can hold above it, stay above it, intraday Nvidia is bullish and it has strength above this area. There is no problem in the structure. However, intraday structure, I mean, if we lose 126 and 80 cents to 127 and 60 cents, if we lose this very area on intraday, yes, I expect intraday cool off that may begin. All right, and which will again start cooling off Nvidia on the intraday. Having said that, as we stay above 127 and 60 cents area, 132 test is very likely, and you can see it's getting right into that supply zone, and we are seeing a slowdown already. So that's what I'm saying. This is a very crucial level to keep an eye on going in this week for Nvidia. We stay above it, we are fine. Watch 132 closely. If you took this play, the play that I was talking about, that we are technically bullish, let's turn on my tools here as well, and you can see we're still in the bullish structure. And if you took the play here, definitely take some profits here, guys. Okay, if you are using the tools and you had the signal bullish play, take partial profits here. We're getting, again, you don't have to fully liquidate the position, but we are getting at a spot where it's a major resistance. If we break out above it, great, we are continuing above, and that's where either reload or have the partial position that you have running is already making you the money. Make your decision how you want to risk, how you want to do the risk management, right, and portfolio sizing. One more thing I want to show you is just remember this cloud down here, all right? We'll get to this part, an area, an importance on the daily interval now. So daily interval, let's get to that. Now, even if let's say Nvidia loses 126 and 90 cents area, all right, and it starts to come down, and Monday, let's say we have a sell-off day, as long as we can still find, and there's a high likelihood of Nvidia forming a pivot on the daily interval somewhere here. As long as Nvidia can still maintain itself above $120.79 to 200 days moving average on the daily interval, even through the pullbacks through the intraday sell-offs, Nvidia still has a potential of forming a pivot over here. So in other words, through the, even if cool off happens on intraday, there is still a potential if bullish pivot form from 120 and 70 cents area to 200 days moving average eventually. But yes, that this is where you'll have to more trade it as just if we start to cool off, wait where the pullback completes itself, structure on my tools on the lower time frame will turn bullish, and that will be your sign to use to play the structure, right? And anyways, that's all what I want to share. Most importantly, the levels that we are at, definitely as we break above $132, that's just a extra confirmation of strength, and Nvidia again becomes unstoppable. If we stay below 132, well, all is not lost, but losing 126 and 89 cents or 60 cents area, we will start to intraday cool off, and then we'll see until 120 and 80 cents area, it has a potential of forming a pivot, but we'll have to wait and watch. So until then, sure, intraday, if you are looking intraday short, weakness is below 126 and 80 cents, right? Otherwise, above that, we are fine. And then we'll see if any bounce around 120 and 80 cents and around that area where I showed you the cloud, where that bounce starts to build up again for a pullback to complete itself. So Nvidia is looking good to me going in this week. Again, we'll have to take day by day, step by step. It's still right in the middle of transitioning fully again into bullish structure. Not there quite yet, but strength is already showing up on this. And even if some intraday cool off comes, in my opinion, it has a room to eventually set up itself again in a pivot. Again, nothing is guaranteed. We have to see when that pivot forms and confirms that we'll have to see a price action around that area and the pivots and the structure, most importantly, how it's reacting there. All right. Nothing else I have for you guys in this video. I do want to show you short volume data, though it's not really important where we are right now, but I want to show you something there. So let's turn that on my tools again, part of my tools as well. Now, Nvidia, usually anything around 28 above, I consider a high short volume, sometimes above 25 as well. But what I want to point out is right now there is not much high short volume, which is a good sign. But what I want to point you to is when we had 29 short volume %, we had a follow through of the red candles, like a sell-off structure, right? And this helps you to a little bit get ahead of the market as well. We had 27 short volume, 28 follow through, 29 follow through, and we really were crashing lower there until 132 at least, right? And then 28, 30. So this area is really loved by the short sellers, and we always see a follow through a couple of days after to the downside, right? And so there's so this helps you to understand where the short sellers are also piling up. Anyways, just wanted to show you right now, nothing to worry about, but something to track on day-to-day basis. I don't show this every day on my videos. If you have access to my tools, you can yourself see across any given stock or instrument, right? All right. If you need access to my tools, links are in the description of this video. And there's also 40+ bonus stocks coverage that I do with the members. All that access, details, description of this video. I'll see you in my next videos, guys. Take care. Bye.